Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabriel. I make and sell barrettes and hair accessories online. And today we are all about rhinestones. I have 5 different rhinestone brands from 2 different companies, all different materials. Some are crystal, some are glass, some are resin, and they're all different price points. So we're going to see really the comparison value across the board of all different types of rhinestones. This video came about for me out of necessity because, like I said, I make and sell barrettes and hair accessories. And so, for instance, this is the one I did today. I'm doing 100 barrettes in 100 days. And this is day 29. When the light's on it, it's very sparkly. But this is a Preciosa crystal rhinestone. I think in the color smoke is what they call it. And then on a black barrette. And I love it. This is gorgeous. But the price of rhinestones has really, gone up in years. And so, if you didn't know, Swarovski got out of the rhinestone game, I think about 5 years ago. I don't know the exact date. But at that time, they got out. They still make, obviously, all sorts of crystal, everything else. But they just got out of the rhinestone game for, mass, buying in stores. Preciosa was the brand that kind of stepped up into their shoes. They're also Czechoslovakian. They're crystal. They're gorgeous. They had a slightly more faceted, more expensive version. I think the Maxima. And then they had a slightly lower, less faceted, but also still gorgeous version. I should know this name, but maybe Supreme. I honestly don't remember, but they had 2 different price points. Both are gorgeous, but over time, they've just gotten more and more expensive. And I'm not even doing whole tumblers or outfits or jackets. I mean, I use between 6 and 15 rhinestones per barrette. So, 12 to 30 rhinestones for a set. But yet, it feels like they're just getting increasingly more expensive. And you get 140, I'm going to make up numbers, but 144 for $15. Or you can get, resin rhinestones and you can get 1,000 for $8. And the question is oh my gosh, do you need the really expensive to get that very, very, at what point does the quality kind of drop off? And so I started doing research on YouTube because where do you go for answers for everything but on YouTube? And there just wasn't anything new. There's things for when Swarovski's originally closed and people are trying to find alternatives. But now there's new brands that have come up to challenge Preciosa in quality and in price. And so that's really what we're checking out. So I guess let's just get to it. It occurred to me when I was doing the editing that I did not do a very good job of explaining the different brands of rhinestones we are testing out, nor where I got them from. So very quickly, I purchased from 3 different locations. I purchased from Dreamtime Creations, which is in Missouri, United States. Blue Street Crystal, which is located in England, and then I bought off Amazon. So within Dreamtime Creations, their low end was the Bling brand rhinestone. Their middle rung was called Allura. And then they also have Dreamtime Creations, their own brand of crystals. And then also they sell Preciosa. Now, I bought Preciosa from Blue Streaks because they were a little bit cheaper. They were a cent cheaper, 1.2 cents per rhinestone cheaper. So I actually bought mine off Blue Streaks. Blue Streak also had 2 other brands. They had Estella, which is their low end, and Serenity, which is considered higher than Preciosa. Preciosa is going to be their middle brand. They also have Swarovski crystals, rhinestones. You have to apply to buy them. You have to get permission, I guess, from Swarovski, permission to buy them. And then once they give you permission or no, I guess once they give you permission, you have to sign a waiver saying that whatever you make with the crystals, you will not use the Swarovski name with them, which I thought was astonishing because if you are going to if you're going to make something with those crystals and you're going to buy them, then I think their name is a selling point. So, but clearly they don't want you using their name or their branding. So you have to sign like a contract with them saying you won't. So, I was really surprised by that. So, Blue Street Crystal's recommendation is to use Serenity. Um, okay, Blue Street Crystal also sent this little flyer to explain their brand. So I'm just going to read it to you real quickly. Blue Street Crystal offers the largest range of high quality lead-free crystals from the world's leading manufacturers. Swarovski, high quality precision cut, boasting up to 18,000 crystal designs in 70 colors, providing the world's most extensive offering. Serenity, that's the one we got, manufactured in Austria and finished in the United Kingdom with extra facets and platinum foiling to provide outstanding quality, brilliance, and sparkle. Preciosa is the blending ancient traditions with innovative new technologies to create crystal elements and fine jewelry stones of high quality. And then Estella says good quality, cut glass crystals at an affordable price, which are sourced globally and finished in the United States. Okay, let's get on to the showing of the pictures. Okay, after weeks of looking at these rhinestones, I am prepared to make a verdict. I also want to say, though, to start off this whole thing, is I don't think I've necessarily picked the best colors to do. I'm glad I did have the foresight to buy like all Montana. The pink, there's some variation there because I got fuchsia versus rose and stuff. The Montana is all Montana. You can tell that some Montanas are just a navy blue versus other Montanas are more that classic Montana, like that smoky gray blue. And I do think that makes a difference. If you want me to do this again, but with other colors, please put the colors below. Like, what colors would you like to see? I can see an argument for emerald greens across the board, light blues like a citron. I could even see doing just the clears or like the ABs and putting them up to test, so we can do them on black paper and see how they pop on black. I think there's an argument for that. So whatever colors, maybe a couple colors that you would like to see me do this challenge again, let me know and put them below. Also, if there's any other brands you would like me to include, put that below too. And I'll do some more research and maybe we'll try to get some more variation across the board. Okay, my verdict. There are two brands that I think I can see a difference in quality on the lesser side. But even those have like asterisks or caveats. So the two brands that I think I can see less quality out of are Bling and Beadsland. Now I say that because when I do the sparkly, right, refraction test, they kind of seem to emit the least amount of sparkle back to me. But with that said, on those beadlands, the price for the beadland is unparalleled. So if I had a project that required thousands of beads, beadland would be my choice, hands down. I wouldn't even give it a second thought. They're very high quality. I think I thought they were going to be like plastic or resin, and they are a nice glass and they have a good weight, and they're as good as the other ones almost. For half a cent or 1 cent each, it's no doubt that's what I would choose. Jacket, tumbler, dance outfit, without a doubt, that's where I'm going. There's also a brand I want to get rid of on the high end. So for 13 cents a piece, I'm also going to cross off the Crystal Dreamtime. I don't think it was as good as the Serenity for the same price as the Serenity. So that was really surprising. So that kind of leaves the middle group. I'm gonna bypass the Allura. We only did one of theirs. We did the Montana. I don't feel like I got really a good enough measure of how good the quality is. But at 6.5 cents, it kind of falls in this middle line of like not cheaper really than Estella, probably not better quality than Estella. Like there's this, now we're in this like money issue. Because Serenity, here's the thing, Serenity is the prettiest. It has the most bling. It's gorgeous. You could just tell that there's just something about it that just puts it above the rest. At 13 cents a rhinestone, is it worth it? The Estella, they called it good quality on Blue Streaks. It's beautiful. It's really, really nice. So now the question goes, is Serenity twice as nice as the Estella? Because Estella comes in at 30.5 cents and at 6 cents. That's a steal. The Allura is 6.5 cents, close to the 6 cents, twice as much though for the Montana, because the Montana Estella was 3.5 cents each. And I don't know how you beat that. I don't think 3.5 cents compared to the 17-cent Serenity. I'm not sure Serenity is 4 times prettier than the Estella. You see what I mean? And then Preciosa falls in at 10 cents each, which kind of puts it in this weird middle ground. So my choice is either the Estella or the Serenity. I would just leave it there. I mean, you're going to pay a little bit more for shipping because it's coming from England. Still worth it, in my opinion. So then you're just talking about colors. So anyways, I'm going to look forward to like going and doing some more shopping on Blue Shakes and comparing the price of the Estella to the Serenity and other colors. You let me know what you want to see, and we'll do a whole nother video on rhinestones. I don't know. I turned, I guess, 49 and suddenly I love bling. I don't have an answer for it. I usually like just very solid, not sparkly things, and lately I'm just a magpie. So I've loved making this video. I had a really good time. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Let me know if you have any recommendations for how I could improve upon it in the future, or any other colors or brands you would like to see. I hope you have a good day. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.